everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. If you are new, my name is Shannan. I am a mum of two. I have an almost 3-year-old and a almost 6-month-old, and I thought I'd sit down today and do a little video. Now I have an almost 6-month-old. He'll be 6 months in a couple of weeks. I thought I'd do a 0 to 6 month like essentials, or not even essentials because nothing is essential except for, you know, milk, nappies, you know, but things that have helped us get through this time with a little bit more ease, products that we found really worked, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna quickly get into it because I only ever have a very limited time to film videos before I need to get back to mum life. Before I get into this video, I would just like to say thank you to Lovevery for working with me on this video and for sending over the goodies for Otis that I will mention later on. If you don't know about Lovevery, they are a age-based toy subscription service, and they send out boxes of toys every 2 to 3 months, which are designed to suit your little one at the age that they are and the stage they are and the interest they have and the skills they're developing, and they're really great. So we'll talk more about those later, but I just wanted to mention early on that they are really kindly working with me and have sent the bits over, and I'm super grateful. So I've kind of written everything into categories. I've made some lists in my book here, and the first category I was going to start with is sleep. So things that have helped us with sleep over the last 6 months are white noise. We use this machine. It is the Lumi white noise machine. I got it from Amazon. I will try to link everything below that I can, and this is a really great one. It's got kind of everything you could need, different white noises. You can change the volume. There's also like fan settings or like Hoover settings, other sounds, rain, trains, loads of sounds. There's a timer setting, and then there's also light settings, so you can have it different volumes of like kind of yellowy white light, or you can have different colors, and you can have specific colors, or you can have it cycle through all of the colors like this setting here. There's loads going on. Yeah, really rate this. It's been really good. It just recharges using a normal like charger, and that has helped us. Like, honestly, white noise is incredible. I'm sure it probably doesn't work for every single baby, but definitely for both of ours, when they're like teeny tiny newborns, if they're like crying when you're changing their nappy or anything like that, we would literally pop in white noise like near their head so they can hear it. Just instantly would stop them crying. Like, it is magic. And apparently it's something to do with, it sounds similar to what it sounds like when they're in your tummy. I don't know, it's magic. It works. We love it, and we still put Otis to sleep with white noise every night. So yeah, that's like top tier. Everyone knows about it now these days, but I feel like these videos as well, probably, I don't know if I'm going to mention anything new or groundbreaking, but this is just stuff that works for us, so I thought I would share the knowledge. Secondly is kind of like sleeping bags. So when he was a newborn, the Love to Dream ones and the Tommy Tippy Swaddle ones, I don't have them here because I put them up into storage, but they were great for us. He didn't really seem to have a preference over either one. We'd kind of switch between both. So the Love to Dream ones, their arms are kind of up like this. The Swaddle ones, their arms are more like this. It just keeps them all nice and cozy, and like they don't wake themselves up from the kind of startle reflex that newborns have. So yeah, those sleeping bags are great. As he got older, we kind of transferred to these types of sleeping bags, the sleep sacks. This one's just from Primark, I think. We've got a good few of these now. Obviously we're kind of in winter, so we're kind of going for like the 2.5 tog ones. Depending on what he sleeps in underneath, we might put him in a lighter one if he's in a thicker sleep suit, etc. But yeah, these ones are great. Obviously just their arms might get a little bit cold depending, but yeah, you just have to figure out the temperature and things. So yeah, that is kind of the sleeping bag situation. Like I said, sleep suits, we have been going for some thicker ones sometimes. This is a 2.5 tog, I believe. We get these from Sainsbury's. They're great, and it just keeps them nice and toasty. The arms are keeping warm, and yeah, really good for the colder time of year. Whilst I didn't write this down, but just talking about temperature, let me just grab something. So this wasn't like a baby purchase per se, but we have these in most of the rooms in our house. They're little, what are they called, hygrometers, I want to say, and they were bought, Ollie bought them initially to keep an eye on the humidity in all of our rooms, because we were getting really bad condensation and it's not great for you to have that and things. So yeah, but it also shows the temperature of every room. I think my kids are home and I think there's now lots of noise in the house. But yeah, so this shows the temperature in every room. You can get all those fancy thermometers that like change color depending on the temperature, blah 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 blah, but this has been like perfect, and it's literally a couple of pounds. Next category is toys. So obviously when they're little they don't need a lot of toys. Like when they're newborns they can't see very well, so for us, black and white toys and like black and white flashcards and things like that were really great. They really kindly sent some boxes from Lovevery for Otis. So he got one when he was a newborn and he's had 2 since then, and they're kind of sent every couple of months, and they are sent with toys that suit your little one's age and their development, which is really great when they're super little, because it's hard to know what they like and what they're into, and there's loads of stuff out there on the market, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of stuff, especially with Buzz, I bought into first time round, but he was never really interested. So yeah, so one of the things that came in like one of his, I think this was his first Lovevery box, I think, is like a little teether, and it comes with a little ball that you can pop in there, but Buzz has run off with that. But it's got like little yeah, like bobbly surface and things. This is a great little teether, especially when they're little and you can kind of, you know, their little fingers like hold on to things, but they're not really sure how to hold on properly. But something like this is really easy for them to hold and to nibble on. The most recent box are things like this, which is great for like tummy time. When he's sat on the floor, it's just got like a little ball in there and he rolls it round. This little like magic tissue box, and you know when they're at this age they love just pulling things out. Like a pack of wipes is like their best pal, so this is a great option. There's this little like wobbly thing which is again really great for tummy time, and he loves just rolling around the floor chasing after this. So yeah, that's, I thought I'd show those. I will now insert some clips of him playing with like Lovevery toys over the last 6 months.
Come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away, show us where we are. What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. How come the trees get undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be?
Lastly, for toys are foil blankets. Now these are literally £1 or £2. I got mine from Amazon, but you can get them from lots of places, and they are such a great sensory toy. You lay them out on the floor, pop your little one on it, and yeah, they just love the little crunching and the reflections of the lights. It's so stimulating for them and like really great for their senses. Just watch that they don't get too hot, because obviously foil blankets are made to keep you warm, so definitely keep an eye on them. And if the foil starts to break up, then dispose of the blanket, because you can get some ones that aren't great quality. But yeah, I really do rate that as a toy. Then like general health, life, miscellaneous stuff, this is kind of the broadest category. I will start with a caddy. everyone knows this, a secret now. It's no longer a secret, but caddies are incredible. We keep ours with like, this is not like, I should have made this nice for the video, but I didn't in a rush. So yeah, we've got like Cowpole, bum cream, wipes, nappies. We keep like the bogey picker in there, which is another thing that's really, really good when they're teeny tiny. It's literally like a little hook with a curve on that you can pick the bogies out. There's also one that's for like fingernails, one that's for like, I don't know, random bits. There's all different things. Ears, so that's nice. But yeah, this has been really good and helpful for the bogey stage of having a baby. We also have like nail files in there, and what else, just like general things, cotton buds, but the baby ones, so they've got the stopper so they can't go in too deep. Also try and keep like a spare bib in there or sleep suit, and vests and things like that. Nappy cream we keep in there is Metanium. This stuff is incredible. Buzz never suffered from nappy rash really, like he might have the odd tiny bit, but Otis already, especially this last like week and a half, his bum has been so sore. He's had a really bad tummy. This nappy cream has been really, really good, and it's one that I always hear people talk about and recommend, and it just clears up kind of soreness really, really quickly. So it's a couple of pounds. I think that you can get it from that Home Bargains and stuff. Might be the kind of cheapest places I've seen it. It does vary from like £2 to £4.50 I think. So yeah, definitely look at where you get it from, but really, really good stuff. For his cradle cap, we used baby oil, and I would soak a cotton pad in baby oil, and I'd literally just like pat it over his head and then like let it sit on there and like soak onto his head, kind of 5-10 minutes before having a bath. And then when he'd have his bath, I would use a little tiny like silicone scalp brush and just gently like rub over his scalp, and that seemed to clear it up really, really quickly. Sterilizing, we've tried a few different methods over the time of having 2 kiddos. We tried the microwave sterilizer and all other things, but the thing that we found works best for us are the Milton sterilizer box and the Milton tablets. It's so easy, it's so affordable, it's so like travel friendly. Yeah, it's just the easiest way we've found, and yeah, we really would recommend that in terms of sterilizing. The Totter and Tumble plain mat, now this isn't cheap, it's quite expensive, but it's something I feel like we're gonna have for ages. They do some really gorgeous patterns now. They've really like done some really great ones since we bought ours a couple of years ago, but we have had ours a couple of years now and it still looks incredible. So yeah, definitely check that out. Something else, since having Otis, he is a much clingier baby than Buzz ever was. He defo loves the cuddles and wants to be carried and held and part of the action. So yeah, the early days I used a sling, like one that's like a long stretch of fabric and you tie it around yourself, and yeah, it's like a stretchy elastic sling. So we used that in the early days, and then as he got a little bit older, I was actually kind of gifted a baby carrier from Joy/Joey. I'm awful, you know the brand, Joie, really good brand. We have their car seats and things and love them. But yeah, I was kind of gifted a carrier from them, and that has been amazing. It's so quick and easy to put on. I find myself wearing Otis around the shops and things as opposed to kind of getting the pram out quite often now. And yeah, that's been a godsend when he just won't be put down and I need to get stuff done. For teething powder we find works really well. With Buzz we used the, is it Ashton and Parsons, and we didn't find, like, it worked well sometimes, but we didn't find it to be like a super life-changing thing. With Otis we've been using the Boots one. I don't remember there being a Boots own brand before, but maybe there was. But yeah, now there definitely is, and we've been using that one, and it's such an instant relief. The second we start putting it on his gums, he is so much happier. So yeah, Buzz didn't really teeth that badly. Like, we didn't really know he was teething. His teeth just popped up. Like, he was pretty chill with it, whereas Otis definitely has been struggling, bless him. So yeah, the teething powder has been great. In terms of teethers, he has a few that are his favourite. He's got this little shark one that's from Newbie that I don't know if they sell anymore, because I was trying to look to buy him a second, because you know when they've just got one and it's like their favourite, you're like, ugh, if this goes missing, it's going to be annoying. But I don't know if they still sell it, but I've heard the matchstick monkeys are really good as well. We've not got one of those or tried those, but it's a similar thing. It's got like the bristly bit that they chomp on, I think. Yeah, so that, and then also these little ones that go on their hands. So when he was a little bit younger, before he could hold things really well himself, you kind of put his hand in it, and like their like curled little hand like holds onto the bar, and yeah, it's really good for teething. Again, I'll link it below. And another teether he has recently started enjoying is little Sophie Giraffe. He did have a smaller one that is for littler babies, but he's recently started going towards this one a bit more. So yeah, she's a classic. She's expensive, but it's not his favourite. He does prefer the shark, but yeah, another teether, because they do get bored of them, I think. Obviously cowpole, you need cowpole if they're poorly, under the weather, teething, fever, all of those things. Cowpole does help. So I wasn't going to mention that because everyone knows about that, but what I did think to just quickly mention is it is a lifesaver to use the little syringe thing that comes in the cowpole tube. It's so much easier to give that to them than on a spoon, but even more so if they still don't like it through the syringe thing. A little trick that we found with Buzz was to place the syringe, obviously this doesn't work if you've got a breastfed baby, but place the syringe inside the teat of your bottle. So like don't have the bottle, just have the teat and the little plastic thing that holds the teat. Put the syringe through there and push the medicine through that, and they think they're sucking their bottle, or they're like, you know, familiar with sucking through the teat, and then they take the medicine a lot more easily that way, I've definitely found. So yeah, just thought I would mention that. That's like the miscellaneous category, I think. I'm sure I'm missing a million things, but yeah, I just quickly, well, I always have a notes thing on my phone, to be fair, of like video ideas, and I kind of add to this as I think of them. But yeah, that is that section, I think. The Baby Bjorn bouncer has been incredible. We bought it secondhand off Marketplace, or actually I got mine off Vinted, but there's loads always on Marketplace, Vinted, places like that. Would highly recommend. Don't last in these things for very long before they outgrow them. I mean, the bounce, they do say they can be used until they're a lot older, but I don't know how practical that is and things. But either way, it's been really, really good for him whilst he's been little. We had like an electric swing that we had from Buzz, but yeah, Otis didn't take to that in the same way that he took to the bouncer. Mamas and Papa's chair that's got like the activity table, you can take that tray off and then it can be used as like a high chair type chair as well. That's been really good. He really likes sitting in there. And I think that's everything I had to mention. So let me know if you found this video helpful. Let me know below as well your top items, essentials, hacks, tips, anything. Don't gatekeep, share the knowledge of what you found really helpful for your 0 to 6 month old. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very, very soon for another video. Bye guys.